character, y'all. It's
Oh my gosh.
2 days away. My little bacon mama over here.
That's right. I got my bacon costume. Let me just show you.
She is the full strip of bacon,
strip
people.
of bacon.
Fat
strip
and
of
all.
bacon. What are you gonna be for Halloween?
What are you gonna be?
I don't know if the bacon costume is gonna last all that long because it's kind of getting into my eyes. Can't see anything.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
It's still not. Oh, you'd think that there'd be bacon in the back, but there's not. It's just in the front.
And I'm like Batgirl. I've got this cape, y'all.
You are Batgirl. She showed up to my house in this fun Halloween t-shirt, and I was like, where did you get that?
It's a pajama shirt.
Where did you get that?
She's gonna, Amy, hey, she's gonna be a pig.
Or a fried egg. Let's go together.
That's right. I should have dressed up as a
my
fried
gosh.
egg.
That would
Hello,
have been
y'all.
awesome. Oh my gosh.
Everybody, welcome back. It's
Tuesday?
Yes.
I'm normally Sarah, not a piece of bacon.
And I'm normally Jordan, not Batgirl.
Breakfast foods unite. I love it.
Yes.
So we're getting in the spirit. Last week we talked about humor. I literally don't know how. There we go. There we go.
Smells good.
Last week we talked about humor and how do you bring humor into your family life.
That's
And,
right.
let's just say we had a couple instances this past week, where I had to, having that conversation last Tuesday and then having an entire giant box of OxyClean that we've had for 10 years. Let's not
Get into
get to why we've had that, but just know we've had it for a long time and haven't really used it. Anyway, was dumped upside down by my toddler, so that I had to remain humorous in that. I think a smoothie got spilled all over my kitchen, a blueberry one at that. We had to remain humorous at that. So having that conversation was very helpful for me last week in the activities that happened over the past week. And now we have this for humor. Now we have this.
You guys, laughter is the best medicine. I have to say that this morning my kids were huddled around the TV because it's snowing a lot here in Colorado. And so they were huddled around the TV watching the news to try to find out if they were going to have a snow day today.
Which they did.
Well, we got the text before it came over the news. So I come tiptoeing downstairs and I call them all over to me right in our living room. Guys, I need to tell you something. There's a snow day! And I just busted out on the wood floor. I was dancing and twirling around. I'm like, it's a snow day, snow day. Oh my gosh. They just burst out laughing. They were like, what? Mom, you've lost it. It's 6:37 a.m.
So here's
Humor,
the deal.
people.
Continue the humor. That's what we're trying to do. And
That's
now it's
right.
Halloween. It's a snow day and it's Halloween and it's probably going to be a blizzard with snow. Do you ever trick or treat with snow?
It's like somebody's picking on you with the tongs in the pan, trying to move you around. Oh no, you need to get cooked on this side a little bit. Oh my gosh, I love it. By the way, if you're new to these live videos, this is the reason we come on here, because we need some parent humor in our lives. We're both moms. She has 4 kids. I have 3.
Yep.
Okay? And we understand the need for a good laugh. Oh, this is funny. It's like my nose is sticking out
We
of there.
do understand the need for a good laugh, but we also understand why we all need to be intentional with our parenting, because it's not always fun. And
I know, and
games.
funny. We have to raise our kids with character. So we talk about character strengths here at Families of Character, respect, kindness, honesty, orderliness, living with purpose, right?
Assertiveness.
Knowing how to communicate.
That's right. Hey, Stephanie. I mean, it's all good. It's all good stuff
It
that
is.
we do here. So that's why we come live every Tuesday. We don't come live to make a fool of ourselves. We come live to actually talk about legit stuff.
Legit parenting with intentionality.
Amy, I'm coming to Florida where it's going to be 80 degrees on Halloween.
And gratitude, yes.
And we do talk about gratitude too. It's very important.
Yes.
So this week we're going to talk about
How do you
Halloween.
celebrate
Of course.
Halloween?
Halloween.
Why is that important that we talk about how we celebrate Halloween?
It's so important. I'm just go like this.
Okay, there.
It's important to have these conversations because I think life moves so fast, right?
It does.
Life moves so fast, and we oftentimes don't realize how fast life is moving in our day-to-day stuff of having to work and raise our kids. But in the long run, really, what we're really doing with our kids, if we want to be intentional, is we're trying to create memories for them.
Absolutely.
And we're trying to create good
Traditions.
feelings and traditions. So, and just overall create enjoyable life for us as a family to function.
Yes. What kind of memories do you have about Halloween growing up?
Well, that's why we talk about it. It's,
Take me seriously, but I'm like,
can you take me seriously?
I have a hard time.
Oh, for
Okay,
the
what do you
love.
remember about Halloween?
Okay, well, this is what first of all, let me premise with this. As a mom, Halloween is not my favorite holiday.
It's kind of stressful putting
It's-
all the costumes
yeah.
together and going to the parties. And
It's really I'm reading a book right now, and the book is all about habits. And in the beginning of the book, it talks about identifying if you're an I can't take myself seriously. It talks about if you're an overbuyer or underbuyer.
Okay.
Okay, so there's all these different types of people in the world, and I associate as an underbuyer. So for me, I have a hard time recognizing that it's good to be humorous like this. And it's good, there is good in dressing up and having fun. And so that's partly why I've never really liked Halloween, because I don't like to spend the money on costumes.
Oh, I was wondering where the buying came in when you're
That's-
talking about
that's-
humor, but
that's
there
how
you
it
go.
all comes full circle.
Yeah.
So since I became a mom for Halloween, my husband's always just kind of done it. I have latched on to my mom. I hope you're laughing.
Sorry. People, this is just funny.
She
Just
made-
try to have
she
a
made me
conversation
do
with your
this.
friend as they're dressed as a greasy piece of bacon. I'm just saying, if you can do it with a straight face, more power to
She
you.
made me do this. She made me dress up as the bacon and put the lights on. It's not my doing. I cannot keep a straight face. Okay, so as a mom, I remember my mom. This is what I remember from Halloween growing up. My mom always made chili.
Ooh, yum.
And so we would eat chili and get warm, and then my dad would take us trick-or-treating.
Hey, that's a great idea.
So that's how it's done in my house, and that's how it's always been done in my house. Actually, you know what? My mom still makes the chili, and she brings it now to my house.
Hey, that's perfect. That's a great idea. That you know what's funny
So-
about you saying that? Like, I don't have a single memory of trick-or-treating with my parents. Sorry,
What?
Mom and Dad. Where were you? They were handing out candy at our house. I think they just let us go.
Did you go trick-or
We trick-or-treated around the entire town, which is
by
a small
yourself
town.
when you were like 6?
Yeah.
You're from Nebraska.
Yeah, we'd bundle up.
I
we'd
trick-or-treated
walk
in
for
Nebraska
miles.
too. So pillowcase.
Yeah.
We
Oh, yeah,
had a pillowcase
pillowcases.
too. We were talking about that too. So by the time we got to be like,
It's like
10,
ugh,
we would just go out all
heavy
night and pillowcases. And
Yes.
the goal would be to get the pillowcase as far to the top as possible. So here's a question. Did your parents make you combine all the candy in one big Tupperware yellow bowl?
Nope.
House.
You
or,
had- oh.
or did you get to keep your own candy and do that?
There was no commingling of the candy at my house.
Mm.
Everyone poured theirs in their own pile. And, for heaven's sakes, if you had to go to the restroom or something and leave your pile, you knew that your sibling was going to steal their favorites out of your pile.
That stinks.
Oh, yeah. It's like all the Snickers would be gone when I came back. Oh, wait. Maybe that wasn't my siblings. It was probably my
Probably
mom.
your parents.
She loves the Snicker bar.
Now my
Reese's
kids,
peanut butter cups?
it's really funny. You know what my kids do now? My mom really likes Butterfingers. And so my mom, I don't know why she devised this a few years ago with all my kids. She pays $2 a Butterfinger.
To purchase the Butterfingers to hand out.
To purchase the Butterfingers.
Oh,
no,
my
not to
goodness.
hand out.
Oh.
To eat.
Oh, just to
Like
eat.
after they've gone trick-or-treating, they come back and they dump all their candy in the middle of the floor and they separate it all out and they pull out all the Butterfingers and they take them to my mom and she buys every Butterfinger for
From
$2
them.
a pop.
Oh, that's awesome.
She goes broke.
That's awesome. And you said my parents did quality control, which means they ate everything they liked.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been guilty of that. When my kids were really small, they didn't even know about the Reese's peanut butter
Whoppers.
cup. Yeah.
I don't know. What else, what do you
Well,
do now? We actually
so-
haven't had that conversation. What do you do
So
now?
here's what I do. In my old neighborhood, we started a tradition of inviting our neighbors over. They also had kids that our kids play with. And I would make some tasty adult fall beverage like a spiked hot apple cider or
Can I come to your
some
house?
new fancy
I can't do
pumpkin
that this
drink.
year. We're having people come here.
Yeah, and then the moms would all kind of hang out with the really little kids in the house and hand out candy and socialize with each other. And
So
the
fun.
dads would take the kids trick-or-treating around the block. And sometimes the dads would be like, dude, it's so cold out
If
here.
you're a mom,
It's your turn.
do you go trick-or-treating? I don't know. It's kind of like how I don't shovel the driveway. In my house, my mom never shoveled the driveway, or she never went trick-or-treating. So it's
Yeah.
just one of those things that I just
Good
picked up.
question.
Are you?
Yeah.
If you're a mom, do you yourself go trick-or-treating with your kids?
And do you
Curious.
dress up as a family on Halloween, or do you only dress up your kids, or do you, like, as a couple, you and your husband dress up as like the bacon and the egg, or the, beer in the glass of wine, or whatever it
Amy,
is?
the next time we have to go to a Halloween party or any type of party, you come as the egg and I'll come as the bacon.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I know there's a lot of families
Yeah.
that get together and they dress up their whole family as something, like a whole family of condiments. There's the ketchup, the mustard, the Tabasco
Yeah.
sauce, the mayo, whatever.
The M&Ms, like all the different colors of
Yeah.
M&Ms. I always wanted to do it. Were you ever a crayon when you were a kid? I was always a crayon. I loved being the crayon because you wore a hat and then it was like this felt tube,
Oh,
like
yeah.
a dress that you wore.
That could be warm.
Exactly. It could be warm. And I just liked being a crayon. But I think it would be fun to have the whole family dress up as the Crayola box.
Oh.
That would be so fun. I just thought of that. So
Or
if you
a
want to
wagon.
steal my idea, you go for it. Go for it. Because I'm not doing any commingling of group Halloween
Costumes.
ideas over here.
Oh,
nope.
and by the way, a funny thing to do.
Colleen totally went.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Of course she
yeah,
did.
and then you can eat it on the spot, too. Hey, the day after Halloween, okay, the 1st, go to Walmart, go to Costco, go to Target.
We're going to do this.
90% off the Halloween costumes.
Do you guys remember
folks.
the masks from last week that we couldn't really see out of?
The big...
Got those for $2 last year at Target the
Hello.
day after Halloween. So we're going to do that. So don't think this is the last time we're going to show up in fun costumes.
And P.S., you can use these costumes all year round to make parenting fun and
Oh.
lighthearted, to jump out of a closet and surprise your child.
Oh, that's fun. A cornhole party.
Oh, how fun! And slip and slide for trick or
Well,
treating.
Amy lives in Florida, so
Oh, I'm
it's
so
warm
jealous.
there. Not a snowstorm here. Do you remember, this may have happened where you lived in Nebraska. So we lived in Nebraska too growing up. I think I was like 8 or 9 or 10. We had a blizzard and they canceled Halloween.
You can't.
And
That's not a thing. You can't cancel
Like the
Halloween.
mayor or somebody moved it to Sunday night instead
I
of
think
the
I remember
Thursday. Do you remember that?
For real.
Because you couldn't go in the snow.
Nope.
It was too high and it was
Too dangerous. They were talking about frostbite.
Yeah, cold.
Kids could get
really
frostbitten
cold.
hands.
I don't know. The temperature never seems to change in Omaha once it starts winter.
Oh,
But
don't forget about trunk or treat. Do y'all do trunk or
Oh,
treat at your schools where you
yeah.
decorate your trunk and then people come walk around and do that? Mm-hmm. Yep, we do that at our school.
we do that at our school, but I don't partake. I think my husband took my kids once or twice. So, as you can tell, I'm not the. What are you looking at?
This is comical people for us over here.
I'm
We are
sweating
just
over here.
total goofballs. If you have stayed with us for this 15-minute segment
bless
of just
you.
complete anarchy.
Carrie, thanks for just hopping on. We're talking about Halloween traditions. What are some of yours with your kids?
That's right. You know what?
I'm not
Before
wearing
we
this
leave,
on Thursday.
before we leave here today with you, we want to show you.
Okay, we got to wrap up because it's lunchtime.
Yeah.
But there's a couple things we definitely wanted to let you know about. I interrupted you.
We have a new printable.
We have a new printable up, of course. We're just like hammering out these printables because we know how much we've gotten such good feedback from the couple that we started with, and they just keeps getting better and better, and people are loving these printables.
Yes.
So we keep making more of them, and they're free on our website.
Yes.
So we have more of like an educational one on our website right now that we just did. And it's the 5 benefits of the 5 positive outcomes of developing character
in your
strengths
kids.
in your kids.
You
So-
need to know about this, people.
Totally. So
Right?
go to our website, download that, post it on your fridge. Your kids can see it, your husband can see it, your spouse, if you're your wife.
You know what? Mm-hmm. I have an idea.
Oh,
Let's give them a little challenge. The first person that can pop on here with the comments and tell us the 5 positive outcomes in order from the printable, we will mail you something free. So we will DM you and ask you for your mailing address, and we'll send you a little something in the mail.
And it could be from like not just this live right now, but if you watch it after the fact, say in like 20 minutes, and just comment. We'll do it for the first commenter.
Yeah.
Okay, so my kindness journal is open to our goals. My family and I, we were working on our goals for the weekend. We're now working on gratitude. We've now switched from self-control to gratitude. So, such a great time of year. If you do not have the kindness journal yet, it's such a great time of year. It helps get your kids in the right mindset, no matter what their age. It helps get you and your spouse in the right mindset to enter into this season of gratitude and generosity and lots of candy
Holidays
and drinking
and
and all the things.
Thanksgiving, thankful Thanksgiving.
All the
So
things.
order yours today at the website.
Familiesofcharacter.com. You have to say the
Free
website.
shipping.
You have to say the website.
Familiesofcharacter.com.
That's where you get the free printable. That's where you get the kindness journal. We also have we just dropped this last week. We have another free printable dropping this Friday as well, once it turns November 1st.
Got to check back often, folks. There are
We
free
got stuff for
resources
ya.
for you.
All right, with that.
So have a happy and fun-filled Halloween,
Post
y'all.
pictures
Yes.
and do hashtag families of character
We
when you
would
post
love
them on
that.
social
A
media.
whole family
Hashtag
picture,
families
please.
of character, and let's see your Halloween costumes. I just think that would be so fun.
Super fun.
Let's go out there and make some memories.
That's right. We'll be back with you next Tuesday, 11:30 a.m.
like this.
Mountain Standard Time.
That's right. Peace out, all.
Peace, guys. Happy Halloween.
Bye.